Hi, my name is Keme. I'm from Washington, D.C., and I'm a senior in civil engineering. I came to Purdue because of the loads of opportunities that are provided here. The first thing that really caught my eye was the fact that almost all the engineering majors and schools had their own building, and that was something when I visited other schools was not necessarily seen, at least for me coming from the East Coast. And on top of that, Purdue had a lot of research opportunities, and from all the information sessions and the people I'd spoken to, it seemed like a school that was very collaborative rather than competitive compared to many of the peers that Purdue has. The other thing that I liked and was really great compared to other schools as well as being an out-of-state student is that the tuition has been stabilized, which is something that was pretty big compared to many other schools. Once I got here, I was really impressed with this amount of things that I could do, and it was very easy to get involved into stuff within engineering and outside of engineering. So for me, the main two things that made it fun my freshman year was joining the National Society of Black Engineers, and that allowed me to meet a lot of peers and people more like me here in Indiana, which was something that was very needed for me. And then I was also able to join the Political Discourse Club here at Purdue, and that allowed me to connect with my passion of just talking and understanding more about people. And so with that, I was able to go, I think it was about every 2 weeks, and they'll just give us like a primer on any type of political topic, and we'll just sit there and discuss. And it was a very calm and nice setting, and it just made me feel more connected to DC just because DC is very involved with all the politics and policies and everything, and that was something that we actively talked about in high school. Other things that I really enjoyed about Purdue was the main thing was just the encouragement by my peers. I used to always go to the minority engineering program, and a lot of the students in there were part of National Society of Black Engineers as well. And so they were initially the ones that got me to make my resume, to start going and talking to companies and just get out of my shell. And so I think I remember the first time they had like a little minority engineering career fair, and there was about 15 companies or so, and none of them really wanted civil engineers. And at the time I knew I wanted to be a civil engineer. But a lot of them just encouraged me, go talk to these companies, learn how to talk to recruiters, engineers and stuff, because that'll be very helpful. So that was like my first opportunity doing that. And then after that, I went to almost every career fair because I really wanted an internship, but then on the other side, it was just a way to meet people and be able to express myself and learn better how to communicate about the experiences that I've had. On top of that as well, the one thing that's really actually transformed my experience here has been joining a lot of professional engineering organizations. So the first one that I joined was PEO, so that's Purdue Engineering Outreach. And so that's not purely a professional organization, it's more of a volunteer organization. And in that, basically, we would go, well, if it weren't for COVID, we would go to schools and stuff and present to kindergarten through 12th graders about engineering, and would just basically give them introductions on what engineering as a whole, and then we'd have an activity that focused on a specific principle or specific engineering major. So that was really fun. And so from doing that, that sort of enabled me to get into other organizations. So the second one I joined after that was CSAC, so that's Civil Engineering Student Advisory Council. And so that was very enjoyable because it enabled me to connect my passion with civil engineering to the professors and faculty in the civil engineering school, but then also to alumni. I was able to help out for the past, 3 years now with the CSAC Civil Engineering Career Fair. So that's something that was very important to me because I wanted to make sure other students had opportunities within civil engineering as well. And then outside of that, once I did that, I joined the College of Engineering Ambassadors. And so from there, that was when one of my friends, Colin, actually introduced me to David, who runs Office of Future Engineers. And so that's how I got involved in the Office of Future Engineers. And that has been very enjoyable for me. I've really enjoyed giving the engineering information sessions and talking to families. And sometimes even when we don't get through all the slides and stuff, it's still fulfilling to me because I just get to answer people's questions and remove the anxiety out of the process to applying or coming to Purdue and that type of thing. And so that's the biggest things that I really enjoy about Purdue.